Hey guys, welcome to the Financial Summit. Welcome to the Financial Summit Daily High Show with Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Sorry, we were a little bit late today. Tone and I were diving into some important business, but well, that's nothing to worry about. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
Good, good. I thought yesterday was actually an interesting day in Bitcoin volatility. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it today.
Sorry, we were a
Oh
little bit late
shit.
today.
Is
Tone
that
and
on
I
my
were
side?
diving into some.
My bad. That's on my side.
Yeah, when we did the show yesterday, Bitcoin was highly volatile, and then it sort of did plateau throughout the rest of the day, and it's sort of sticking right now. It's going to be really interesting to see. I'm curious if today we're going to get a good pump and a breakout and a retest of those all-time highs because we're in the vicinity now. But at the same time, we should create like sort of one of those topping triangle patterns. So let's have a look at it. Tone, would you like to go first today? I think
Yeah,
I've
why don't
been
I
going
go first?
first.
I
Yeah.
got I got it's funny, I actually got called out on my own Telegram group on breaking trading rules. So I kind of want to mention that briefly because I had to think about how am I going to weasel out of this one. And okay, so let's start with the higher level time frames first. So I still believe that we have a high probability chance of reaching the $80,000 range before the halving, which is coming up around April 20th. The next couple of marks to keep an eye on are the Fibonacci extension at $102,000. I don't believe we will break that in the vicinity of the halving. I think that is more of an end of year target, but as we get closer, we'll discuss it. I'll get to the allocation in a minute. The daily chart has another target on there. That's the inflation adjusted high, which is sitting at about 78,000. I should probably put that number in here. Let me do that. Inflation adjusted high is, I'm going to just round. That would be 72,500 bucks. And I think that has a chance of being broken before the halving, as mentioned on the prior chart. Okay, so the daily chart, we have we hit the MRI top right at the all-time high, and then we pulled back significantly for 15%, reaching the price target I was anticipating we would reach, but I was anticipating that target over approximately 4 days' time. I didn't anticipate it in a span of 6 hours. So therefore, based on yesterday's uh, price movement, I felt that as the day was winding down, the trading hours were even winding down. Not even the 24-hour candle on the 24-hour Bitcoin markets were winding down, but as the clock was rolling past 2 p.m. Eastern time and the ETFs were going to stop trading at 4 p.m., I felt that the low is very likely in on the 1 to 4 candle correction. So now going back to the allocation, because I took 20%, I took a 20% cut at the very top of the market, and then it moved so fast, I never got a chance to exit more. And I'm like, man, why did I only take 20%? But then yesterday, towards the end of the trading day, I'm like, oh man, why did I even bother taking anything off the table? We're probably gonna break this past all-time high again, like today or tomorrow or the next day, based on how the trading day was winding down. So what I did was yesterday before market closed or around like 1, 2 p.m., I put that 20% back in my
Mm.
100% allocation. And this is where the call out came because I wrote in my group before the trading day was over that I went back into the 100% bullish. And then I got a reply, Tone, but I thought you said it's a cardinal sin to go long on a green one following an MRI top.
Yeah, right.
Something that I've been saying for 5 years. So now I have a problem. Okay,
Yeah.
so anyway, the solution to the problem, well, the explanation to the problem is pretty simple. The candle is winding down. So to me, I'm pretty much entering on a 2, not a 1, because the majority of this candle is done. And the next candle, I'm anticipating it to be bullish. Yes, officially, I need this candle to trade above the high of the prior candle, or maybe even the high of the MRI top candle, which is what those stars will do. However, my my take profit reason was because of the MRI top and anticipation of the crash, which has already played out. Also, the rule on entering here on a green one is mostly for people that have completely missed the run-up, and you want to be absolutely sure that it's going higher. And another reason for the pause is not to get on a green one because you're anticipating lower prices. But at this point, I'm not anticipating lower prices because I believe the low has already come. So it's more of a situation for MRI tops like this. And MRI tops like this, where the correction off the MRI top was not massive. And then it's not as painful waiting for a proper green star candle. And this one did not even, take you all the way higher. You still needed to get a couple of more in there. So that's basically what I did. And this kind of explains, because I'm back 100% long in my retirement allocation, that means that I am expecting us to go one more leg higher. And I believe that trend has started on a short-term chart. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the daily. Why do I have two dailies? Oh, okay, this should be the short-term chart. So on a short-term chart, this is looking very, very nice. This is the 4-hour. This is where the other breakout was. I can move this line over. We are on the verge of breaking here. So in 3 hours, we can get a green star candle if we break this blue line, which is sitting at 67,250 or 350, or the following candle. I think this is shaping out really, really nicely. And I am bullish here with this look. If I go to the 1-hour chart, not much is going to change. It's going to look very, very similar. I can maybe adjust this blue line. No, I wouldn't even adjust the blue line. I'd leave it as is. And we may, not break it till the end of day today. Who knows? We're almost on a 1-hour MRI top, but we are now consolidating here. Maybe I should put a, where am I here? Horizontal channel right here. But either way, I do think this consolidation is more likely to bring us a breakout than a breakdown. I'm going to delete the consolidation. I'm going to delete this red arrow, not necessary. And that's pretty much it for me on Bitcoin. Matt, I'll hand it off to you, unless you have questions on my chart.
Yeah. No, I don't have any questions specifically on the charts, but I do understand. If you go back to the daily for a second, I fully understand why you got back to 100% long. This is a different situation, and you're welcome to go and make a reason for it, and you made a very compelling reason for it. But the fact is, you just used discretion from your own experience. We had we got to the all-time high. We had a flash crash, a washout of 15%. The day before, we had a flash crash washout as approaching the all-time high of 5%. We keep having these we had a 5% even yesterday, a little washout flash crash. We're having these washouts that are getting brought up very, very quickly. So I think just looking at this right now, buying the one, the start of the MRI count on the daily time frame in anticipation of today being the potential of today having a green star candle and getting a better entry. The fact is, if you were to wait for your green star entry here on the daily time frame, you'd just be putting your 20% back in at exactly the same price as you took it out virtually. There wouldn't be, you're just trying to get a slightly better position than you had when you took it out. And I totally understand that. You just use discretion on the trade. I do it all the time. You have these golden rules, and you have fantastic golden rules that I use every time. But sometimes discretion comes into it. I asked you that question like a month ago. When do you exercise discretion on a trade and break a systematic approach to trading? Um, Maybe this was one of your times. Very, very rarely. Do you have anything to say about that?
No, you're right. And there is a little bit of discretion going on there. And I also wanted to enter that 20% at a lower price than I exited, right? Like I
Yeah.
wanted to get something out of it. And also I felt good. You know, I got the market right. I could have exited more than 20%. Even I didn't trust the MRI as much as I should have here. But yeah, no, you're right, Matt. We have two questions,
Go ahead.
and they're both good. One of them is, where's my stop loss? And the answer is, I don't have a stop loss.
Yeah.
This is a non-leveraged position. My stop loss is likely to be somewhere below this moving average or on a red star candle, but it is a trade based on consensio. So I don't really have anything to worry about unless these moving averages are crossing to the downside, something like here or here. So that's when you start taking getting out of this position. So there is no official stop loss. And the other question is, someone said on my, I stated a little earlier that 102,000 is my end of year target. What I should have said is it's a target for later in the year, because that person points out that because I'm expecting something closer to 200,000 by the end of this bull market, how does that, which is supposed to end at the end of this year or next year, we don't really know when this bull market will end. If the price of Bitcoin goes to $250,000 by August, it's very likely that the bull market will end in August. It could also drag out into the end of 2025. So we do have like a year and a half variability of at what time will this bull market potentially end. And we also have, a giant range of prices where the bull market will end. I actually think it's possible for the bull market to end at like $92,000 and hitting that target sometime, say, in March of 2025. That would be like the worst of both worlds, a very low high for this bull market that took forever to get there. Is it possible? Yes, anything is possible. 102 is on my lower end of targets, and I am expecting it this year, but nothing is certain. So this is more of a target for this year, not necessarily the target for the end of the bull market.
Yeah, sub 100K in 18 months. And that's not an ending price. That's the peak of the bull run. It would be very painful. That would be very hard to trade as well, because that means a long, long, drawn out, consolidated period where it just trends sideways. Very, very, very difficult to trade. I would rather have I would much rather have a blow off top and then a massive correction. That's much easier to trade. All right.
Yeah, and also
Go ahead.
people have to keep, sorry, I'm interrupting you. And also
No,
people
no,
have
no.
to keep in mind that these things, like for example, we can rally into my target that I'm expecting, can pull back. That takes time. Rally back to that target, right? I gotta get one of those ziggly lines. How do you do that? Hold on. I think it's here somewhere. Where's the squiggly line thing? I've seen other people use it. Where is it? Squiggly line. There it is. No, there it is. Double curve. Is there one that can like kind of last forever?
Tick path.
Ah. Oh, there it is. Okay. Right. So, oh, it goes forever. Okay. Back to there. Smaller pullback. Back to there. Bam. Breakout to 100K and then get stuck at 100K and then get stuck again and then get stuck again. And then everyone is pissed.
Yeah.
Right here in like April of 25, and then bam, 200,000, and people are confused. How do you stop it now? With the escape bar,
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
that's
So
hard. That's hard to trade.
it can also do something like this.
Right, right. Let's
All
hope
right.
not. Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Okay. All right. Let me stop screen share and I'll hand it off to you.
All right. I mean, I haven't got much for us tonight, so I'll just briefly go through it, what I'm looking at right now, in reference to a real trade that I'm in. So I'm still on the daily time frame now, still in this trade. We got very close last night during the stream, but I was really happy that we jumped back up. That was a 5% drop throughout the stream last night, so that was pretty awful. This is a 4 hour time frame, obviously, so I'll try and mention numbers. I could see this becoming one of those frustrating moments where it sort of trends within these moving averages and just sort of goes sideways for a bit before a breakout or breakdown. I don't know what to do with this position. I might call it at any time. If we start to get below sort of 65,500, I might just lick my wounds on this trade and look to re-enter at a more comfortable spot when I'm a bit close to where I want to be. But at the same time, I can really see this starting to kick off as well. On the daily time frame now, I really like all of this. On the daily time frame, if you just get a bit more zoomed out overview, we're above every single moving average on alphanumerics on the daily time frame. We're on a MRI green 2 candle. Very, very exciting. Coming off a correction of an MRI top. I don't know what more you can ask for here. This is very, very exciting. We haven't got too far. Like $2,500 will be approaching the all-time high candle, daily candle closes again. This is a time where you can get quite frustrated, and we could definitely come back down somewhat. But I'm happy to sit in this trade. Very, very happy to sit in this trade. I do think that there's more upside in this, although a lot of the oscillators are getting pretty overcooked at this point. It would not surprise me to get a deeper correction. But at the moment, I'm not making any predictions about deeper corrections. I'm only playing the hands that were dealt, and the hands were dealt are above every moving average. There's nothing to worry about. On the 15-minute time frame, just very quickly, I'm going to look at this every day. I really like how Bangbox is shaping up here. This is the additional indicator that I've built that it's not released yet at all. But we did get the first signal in the sequence back here. So if you were using Bangbox, the theoretical bot, you'd still be 100% long. We didn't get stopped out or anything like that here. You'd still be long. We did come back down again and get below this moving average. So we're eligible for another pink arrow if the price was to rally higher. And that would be a really fantastic buy as well, because we would need the price to come back up. And the diamond would probably come back in, breaking all of this area of resistance here, which would be a great kick on from there. So 15-minute looks good to me. I don't have any issues with that at all. There's nothing really else to talk about here. I'll just go to the 12-hour quickly to look at a lower time frame as I add
Yeah, and then go back to the 1 and 4 hour. I wanted to comment on something.
Sure, absolutely. Again, the 12-hour is in the same situation without the MRI top as the 4-hour, which I really like, that we're on a green 2 as well. So it's very much the same, that we're coming down we've just opened this candle an hour ago. We're coming back down to retest the 7 simple moving average. I would love it to come down, touch exactly on the 7, and then start its rebuild at the 10 a.m. open in the US markets, and then kick on from there. All right,
I mean, it looks identical. It looks identical to the pattern from the end of February into early March. It's just a little more volatile, but it looks the same. Same red star diamond and everything. Oh, just like March 1st, right? The diamond up March 1st. March 1st.
Oh, here. Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
This is what this is what happens in every bull and Bitcoin parabolic move, that you get these insane moves very, very, very quickly. Then you get the sideways meander, and then you get the pump. The only thing different about this is because we're all-time highs, it's a lot more volatile. Like it's more typically flatlined and gets boring for a few days, a week, and then it gets that great crack on. I think that the same thing could happen here again. Once again, it was just you got to think of the psychology of the traders right now. People are, the Titanic sails at dawn, everybody's shouting, which side are you on? If you know Bob Dylan, everybody wants to know, are we going up or down here? And it just takes time to make that decision known. And once it's known, it's known with a vengeance. So I don't think this is tradable from the price we are right now. But if you were entered any time earlier, I wouldn't do anything right now. I wouldn't be pulling profits. I'd be looking to stay in this trade. It looks great to me. Tone, I'll go to the 1 hour for you. Is that what you wanted to see?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Or the 4 hour, doesn't matter. Yeah, so you have a predefined stop loss here, and it's right below the 12 o'clock lows.
We can make it even more exaggerated
Right,
just to here.
exactly,
Yeah.
right. That's a very defined stop loss. In order for Bitcoin to break out today, we got to avoid that. Like if we go below that red line that Matt just drew at $65,600, or
Hmm.
let's round to 65,500.
Hmm.
If Bitcoin drops below that, I think we're going to be in trouble, and it might take us another week or two to break the highs again.
Yeah, and I'll do the same thing that you did before with that little um where was it? I told you where it was and now I can't find it. Where is it? The path. Like,
The path.
I could see it breaking through there, coming back into the green wave once again, getting another daily diamond and going up higher because it would. Oh, I want to get off that. Okay, forget about this.
Escape.
It's all gone
Yeah,
wrong.
escape.
It's all gone wrong because see for me this is still that is a fantastic trade for me. If it was to crash down, come inside the 1 hour green wave, get your green diamond, but still be higher than here because once it's higher than here, it's the same reason I took on the trade when I took on the trade from here because it's coming back in, getting your extension point, still being higher than here. That's the good trade, and that's actually would make sense that we sort of did this kind of movement before we came out and then from here it's higher. But this is all speculative. It's talking about nothing until it happens. I see from where we are right now, it's just as good that we can go higher. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow's show is going to be very interesting for that point to see which way it plays out. Can't wait to find out.
Yeah, today is Thursday, right? Yeah, so tomorrow would be our last show of the week. So I would like to see Bitcoin either below 65.5 or preferably above 68 to be absolutely certain what my view is going into the weekend.
Isn't it funny how a week ago we cracked 60 for the first time in 2 years, and it was the most exciting thing ever. Then we got all the way to the all-time high at 69,000, and now we're back at 67. And it's like this fucking sucks. Sorry for swearing. It's like it's such a it's the psychology is so funny, in trading. But we're at 67,000. What more can you ask for? 100? We'll get there. Please like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Please share it with your friends. I think last night was our best show in viewership that we ever had. I think we got about 2,500. Fantastic.
Awesome.
You guys did that, and we appreciate it immensely. Please visit tonebase.com, alphametrics.com. Please use the affiliate links in the description below if you want to trade. There's especially if you're American, please look into the affiliates below. It might be handy. We can't wait to see you in tomorrow's show. Let's hope Bitcoin chooses a direction and it's to the upside. Can't wait.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
I almost made it through a show without sneezing, and at least I needed it in time. And hey, guys, I have an interview coming up on my YouTube channel in a few hours, so check that out. It's going to be really interesting. The show is way too early in the day. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching.
Thanks,
See you all in
guys.
the next one.
Terrific. Thank you.